Hey man, it is that time we go ahead and get into this next gen NBA 2K21, and I'm extremely excited, guys. I've been inside the My Player Builder for the last 6 hours, guys.
Oh, brother, whoa, now.
That may be an extensive amount of time and honestly unnecessary, but I wanted to make sure I got this build right for you guys because we're going to be bringing some fire content to the channel for you all, especially with the My Career vids, park, badges, tutorials, and everything that you want to see. So with that, my people, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, let's go ahead and hop into this build, my people. What's good, two-way fam? It's your boy Till here, and we are on this NBA 2K21, and it's that time we go ahead and show you the build we're going to be rocking with going into next gen. Now with this, guys, this builder has given us so much creativity. Obviously, I'm sure you've seen a lot of other people in the community mess around with it and create their builds. So with this, you know what possibilities we have with this, especially for two-way builds. Now specifically for me, I want to go for more of a Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George hybrid. Now that doesn't mean I'm gonna go straight to 6'9" and try to make a 7'5" wingspan or whatever the case may be. Nah. We're gonna go 6'6". We're gonna go ahead and lower our weight down to 180, but specifically for me, right, I wanna go ahead and go to 7'2" wingspan. And if you pay attention to the right side of the screen, you see we get an increase to our standing dunk, but also our defensive abilities absolutely skyrocket, but we don't take much of a hit to our shooting. We only lose -7. And let me tell you this, I have never in NBA 2K20 or 2K19 had over an 83 ball. And with that, I'll have a build that can shoot at any given moment and light this thing up. And just like I have in the past with builds that have 75, 80 overall rating. But besides that, we're gonna go ahead and continue. We're gonna go with the built body type. Now, just a disclaimer before we get into this, if you haven't listened to other people in the community, certain attribute caps have more weight to them than others. That's the simplest definition I can give for you. So basically, a stat like 3-point shot, right, weighs considerably more than strength or block or steal, and so on and so forth. So when it comes to my build, right, close shot is one of those things. If you look at the related badges to it, right, it's based on what the ability of that attribute does. Close shot this year is more for post hooks. So if you're a post hook type of player, which is a big, you're gonna upgrade your close shot and post control. But for guards like myself, we're gonna upgrade things like driving layup. For me, I'm gonna get this to an 85. From there, I'm gonna get my driving dunk to an 86. I'm gonna max out my standing dunk just so I can get my 8 potential badge points. So now that we moved on from the finishing category, going into our 3-point shot, right off the bat, you notice that mid-range shot follows behind 3-point shot as we're upgrading it. So we're gonna go ahead and max out our 3-point shot just to get those 3 badge points. Now this is where things get a little interesting, right? We wanna get our mid-range shot to at least an 84. That's gonna be a good spot for us because we still have to add some free throw. Now I know some people are against adding free throw at all, but with this, guys, I still play rec and pro-am occasionally, and I think a 60 free throw is just gonna be that sweet spot for me in order to do what I gotta do. So right now we're sitting at 8 finishing and 11 potential shooting badge point upgrades, which is a good look for me because all of these badges are gonna be either Hall of Fame or gold, which is a good look. We're going into ball handle. We're not gonna max that out. We're gonna go ahead and drop this back to 81. And the reason I do that because I only want to get the animations. I don't necessarily need to have the ball handle that high. I just wanna make sure I have access to the pro dribble moves. So the goal for me, being a shooting guard at 6'6", I'm gonna be a pure wing player. Now, of course, some people may be okay only having maybe 7, 5, or even no pass accuracy and just have all ball handling. But I at least wanna be able to be a good swing man. That way, if I can swing the ball across the floor to another man, I'll be able to do that. So we're gonna have our pass accuracy at 63 with an 81 ball handle and 89 speed with ball. Now, if you do pay attention to this, our speed with ball and our speed increased as we leveled those two things up. So the builder is smart enough to understand if you're gonna have one area maxed out or at least upgraded, another area is gonna follow that. This is where we wanna get right. We wanna get our stamina to an exact point where we wanna be, get our vertical to where we want to be, and then our strength. Now, this is where things get interesting. We're gonna max out our defensive rebound. This stat is one of those stats in NBA 2K that just always has so much weight to it that 2K will not refuse to change it. So defensive rebound on a guard, it's gonna give me so many badges. Now we're gonna upgrade our steal. But we're gonna stop this at an 80. Now we see we have 18 potential badge points with this. We're also gonna max out our block at 80. We now have 23 potential badge points on a 6'6" guard. We're gonna go ahead and get our interior defense up to 58. With that, guys, we now have 8, 11, 10, and 25 defensive badges with this build. That is insane because I have not had a build over 20 or 21 defensive badge points. And with this year, of course, they've given us more with badges like ankle braces, hot stopper, and etc. But now we're solid across the board. We can shoot very well with an 88 3-point shot. We also have pro contact dunks. Along with at 99, we're gonna be able to unlock elite driving dunk animations. And then also with the physicals, we're gonna be able to get 98 speed, 96 acceleration, along with really good vertical strength and stamina. So overall, guys, I know this is a different style of build. I wanna know in the comment section how you would set this build up, because with this builder, guys, I don't think this is gonna be the last build we go and use this year, because it's so intuitive and the way you can set up builds, man, it's just crazy. So let's get into the takeover. I want you guys to remember that we can unlock the Mamba mentality badge once we get all of our badges. And you know how we are on the channel, man. We're gonna make sure we get our badges really quick so it won't be a problem. But the 2 badges we're gonna go with, for sure, we're gonna go with the lock badge. Now you see the options that we have. Perimeter badge drop. It drops the opposition's offensive badges down a tier when getting near them on the perimeter. So if you are familiar with 2K, this reminds you of defensive stopper from 2K19. So essentially, if you got close to somebody, this badge would light up. But at the time, this was only defensive stopper, and this is now a takeover. I don't know if I'm necessarily happy about it, but it is what it is. Then we have extreme clamps. Stone walls ball handlers into more forced stops, pickups, and fumbles when bodying them up. I think this is going to be the most useful, but also enhanced jump shot contests. So it provides a large boost to your shot contests against perimeter jump shots. I already get Intimidator, and I feel like that's going to be more than enough, especially with a 95 perimeter defense. So we're going to go with extreme clamps. But the beauty part about this lock build, guys, is that we have an option to now go with limitless range. Now, I did try spot up precision, and one thing about this is that it provides a significant boost to well-timed and aimed stationary jump shots, but this one specifically makes it easier to shoot from further out. We're gonna go with limitless range. We're gonna complete this build. A 2-way scoring machine. Shades of Victor Oladipo, Zach LaVine, and Drew Holiday. And honestly, 2 out of the 3 ain't bad. I haven't considered Zach LaVine to be a 2-way player, but honestly, we can give him that title. But as far as Drew Holiday and Victor, these are 2 players that I've always wanted to emulate. Now, as far as testing the build at 99, the good thing about this year is that we have Posterizer back in the game, but we can also go with Slithery Finisher. Fearless Finisher is a new badge that I've already tried out in the builder, and man, let me tell you, if you want to finish your contact lays, this is going to be one that you probably have to have, along with Acrobat. And I believe they've gotten rid of fancy footwork, so with that, guys, having Acrobat is going to be even more beneficial to those right stick finishers like myself. And when it comes to shooting, typically I'm not one to take a lot of wild shots, especially off the dribble. It's going to be pull-ups, corner shots, catch and shoot, routine shots for me. So we're going to go corner specialist bronze, dead-eye bronze, deep threes as high as it can go. And of course, when we get those badges necessary, we're going to get hot zone hunter once we get that, catch and shoot at least on silver, and then maybe volume shooter or stop and pop. But as of right now, since we don't have our hot zones, we're going to be running with volume shooter, stop and pop, and then maybe set shooter. I'm not sure, which set shooter increases the shot rating when taking your time. But with that, man, the fact that we have so many options as a shooter, man, this builder is what we've been looking for. That's what 2K has finally blessed the game with this. Now, when it comes to playmaking badges, I'm pretty much keeping it the same. The good thing is that I don't get Hall of Fame quick first step. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we're gonna roll with this setup right here. And I may go ahead and drop Unpluckable by 1 and add handles for days to that, but I don't dribble the ball that much. So as far as the setup right now, this is what I'm typically gonna go to until I need to go to handles for days. But with that, man, this is a solid setup for me. And defensive and rebounding badges, man, you just have a plethora. Of course, you know me, I'm gonna go clamps, pick dodger, we're gonna go intimidator. We're also gonna go rim protector, chase down, pickpocket, hot stopper, interceptor, pogo stick, ankle braces, at least on bronze, because that's a test badge right now for me. I'm not sure how beneficial that one's gonna be, but as far as the setup, man, we can go reinvest in all of these and even add defensive leader into that category if we wanted to, or heart crusher. Now, I do want to know your opinion on this build, obviously, because I trust your guys' opinion. I know several of you will probably drop your steal rating and maybe increase other areas, or drop your block rating and do other things with it. But as far as me, I notice if I do have a high steal or a high block rating, I make those explosive plays that you guys like to see me make on the defensive end, especially against bigs or against weak guards that don't have strength or high finishing ratings and things of that nature. And so that's the reason a lot of times I like having around an 80 steal block rating. But hey, I definitely want to know your opinion. If you made it to this point in the video though, make sure to leave two-way. Also like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications, man, because we're about to have this 2K21 content flying off the shelves. I'm excited, guys. This builder is the real deal. And hey, man, I'm looking forward to more content with you guys.
Just call me when you get up or get out or get off. And I hit you when I get down and get in and get on. Baby, you could just call me when you get up or get out or get off.